Someone who thinks they're so clever asked, "How do you letter a letter lettering letters?" See, I know you're being silly, but I've fully embraced this opportunity to create the most meta comic tutorial you've ever seen. So for those playing along at home, let's quickly recap the meaning of the word letter, because we'll need every possible definition for this. First, a letter is a thing you put in an envelope and mail, but it can also be a single letter or letter form in an alphabet. And finally, it can be a verb that means the act of creating typography, as in that bad ink guy spends a lot of time lettering comics. So first thing we have to do is make a character who is a letter. So I'm going to take this classic painting of a monk making a manuscript and erase his boring monk head, then paste a photo of a letter and turn it into his new head. So now we have our letter, and he's lettering the letter D. We'll do a quick color adjust to make sure our speech balloon pops when we add it, then create the actual lettering for our letter lettering a letter. I think it's funny that monks were known for creating elaborate typography in illuminated manuscripts, but our letter monk is just drawing a basic letter, so maybe he'll be frustrated with his own lettering. And we could stop here and have lettering for a letter lettering a letter, but thinking about illuminated manuscripts made me realize that we could really enhance the joke. So I spent way too long making a classic medieval drop cap, complete with period-accurate bright colors and a metallic gradient to simulate the use of gold leaf. Then I found a font called Vatican and created alternative lettering for our letter monk, which I love because he's complaining about not being able to make proper fancy illuminated manuscript typography while speaking in an unbelievably detailed speech balloon. So finally, this is how I'd letter a letter lettering letters. Oh, and if you're interested in lettering, especially videos about lettering that go much more in-depth about lettering, we release extra lettering content here.